This is 46 Frances, an executive colonial, unusual on the rental side. You don't generally see homes of this price point. This home would have a value of about $1 million, which is really high end in our market. It's in one of the best neighborhoods, bedroom communities of Bangor, which is Hampden. Hampden's got one of the best school systems in our whole sort of central Maine area. It's very sought after. Unusually large lot. Subdivision comes up. The nice thing is this is also on the Bangor side of Hampden. You've got a big section of Hampden that's about a half an hour to 40 minutes outside of Bangor. This is literally 5 minutes from the Bangor line, so very easy commute to either of the hospitals, the sort of downtown Bangor area, as well as the universities, etc. So this home is actually a home that was owned by bank CEO for a long time, the CEO of Bangor Savings Bank, and they did a ton of improvements to it. So it has got a fenced backyard around a pool and a hot tub. It's got a separate fenced area for a dog and garden area, and then the inside, all of the finishes are high end, and it is certainly one of the best rentals that you would see in our market. Everything from composite decking to high-end light fixtures and that kind of thing. The nice thing is, as you come into a mudroom area, which it's got room for coats and shoes, has a door that goes downstairs, and it has an attached garage with a super tall ceiling, room for 2 vehicles, auto door openers. It's got stuff on the sides to hang, kayaks or that kind of stuff, as well as some room in the front if people have vehicles parked here. It has only had one renter. We had a very nice couple. They were here for just over 2 years, left the place immaculate. This is a nice sort of butler's pantry. You don't see, surprisingly, a lot of homes here that have pantries, and it's super awesome. You've got glass doors. You've got a separate sink. There's a wine fridge. There's even under-counter lighting, of course, granite countertops, etc. And then you come into the kitchen, which has a dining room directly off of it for formal dining, as well as a nice bar top, room for stools. This is a very nice solid granite countertop. All the appliances are high-end. You've got kind of like more pantry storage over here, and you've got an exhaust. Little things like spice rack, all the drawers and doors self-close. Has a microwave under the counter since it has the actual exhaust, and then dishwasher, nice extra deep sink. Nice view of the backyard here, which is kind of cool. And then it walks into a big living room, which does have a TV over the fireplace. It is a gas fireplace that's there as well. And here you've got another sitting room or TV room, or it could be a study, whatever somebody wanted to use it for. And this has a door to that fenced area. If somebody had a dog, it would be wonderful, but they've got like a garden area here. See, they had a couple of raised beds, completely fenced separate. It does have a gate to keep, it could be grandchildren, kids, dogs, whatever somebody might have, out of the pool area. And then it's also got a whole house generator. That's a little unusual. You don't generally see those in rentals, but it is nice if we lose power, for part of a day, or God forbid, more than a day, the home still has power. And it's got other neat things, like it has the smart thermostats throughout the house. The back has a covered porch, which is super nice because it has everything covered. Again, composite decking, a nice sitting area with a fire ring, a pool, which is of course covered because of the time of year. But pool is good for 2 or 3 months in the summertime. This does have a pool heater, so if somebody wanted to extend it and wants to use a pool heater, they could. And then it has a hot tub, which a hot tub in our area is kind of good universally year-round, but fairly simple to operate. Tenant does have to maintain it if they want to use it. The last tenant did use it quite a bit. You can see the fence yard goes way over there, and you've got more space in behind here too. It's just really nice to have that area, and it's very private. There are some homes, but this is at the end of the cul-de-sac, so you don't have a lot of close neighbors, even when like the leaves are off our trees now. So you really have a nice bit of privacy. And then I guess we'll go upstairs next and do the basement last. You do have a half bath here, so a powder room for guests if you've got visitors, etc. It does have a full bath downstairs, and then there's 2 upstairs. There's a coat closet here, or a storage closet here. Actually has some space under the stairs. And then you've got a formal entry, which is really nice, and has a coat closet. So if you do have a holiday party or something, they could put their jackets in the closet, and you can let them enter the home. Here's another view of the dining and kitchen. Nice sort of intricate real wood throughout the home on the floors, also on the stairway and the railings. And then you come up here, you've got a whole master suite, and then either 3 bedrooms and a 3 bedrooms or 2 bedrooms and an office. So right on this side of the stairs, you've got a room that the last owner used for the office. I believe that's what the tenants actually did that were here too. And then 2 spare rooms, very good size, with big closets. They've got some built-ins. They have light switches. And then there is, of course, a linen closet here in the hallway. And again, it's got smart thermostats. And then another good-sized bedroom with, again, a kind of equally nice oversized closet. And then you've got the full bath for family or guests up here, which again was a custom job. It's tile on the walls, solid granite with glass bowl vessels, and in-wall plumbing, which you don't see a lot. And then over on this side, you've got the actual master suite. And the master suite has a massive walk-in closet, sitting area, and a very nice master bedroom. It does have a heat pump up here to provide air conditioning. First floor with a well-insulated house like this, you really don't need air conditioning. This will do the upstairs. You could use window units if you liked it really cool in the other bedrooms, but that will do most of the house. Here you've got the ensuite, which was custom renovated. It's got real tile on the floor, solid granite. They did even updated plugs, push on them to come out. Kind of cool. Very nice custom shower. You've got a seat, a bench with all intricate tile work and a beautiful piece of glass. You've got linen storage on either side of the double vanity, and then the toilet is in a separate room. Really nice. Again, real hardwood floors up here too. And then you come into, this is not the ensuite, that's the ensuite. They've got laundry up here, so very convenient. You've got a washer dryer that comes with it. And on the other side, you've got a sink, laundry area, plus a bunch of storage. Very nice. You don't generally see space this big for that up here. Usually it's tucked in just a closet with no other room. And then you come into what they had as a massive walk-in closet with some exercise equipment. The last tenant used this as a sort of reading nook. Just a ton of space, and all the cabinets for shoes and purses and ancillary stuff, plus hanging material in his and her locations. So just a really massive space. And then there is still the basement. So it's rare that we see a home like this that is actually cheaper to rent than own, but this is one of those situations. The owner is keeping it because they think they may want to come back to it. And they shopped 2 years before they bought this home and didn't want to part with it. So they're most concerned about just getting a good tenant like the last folks. Absolutely stellar. And the basement, it's one of the neat things here is that a lot of homes have basements. Most are unfinished, but in this case, they finished it. And so it gives a big area for entertaining, kind of rumpus room, family room, or the owner used it for a family room and an exercise room, and then had a spare bedroom down here too, because it does have a 3/4 bath down here. So you've got this massive space to use as like living, and then have a pool table or ping pong table or just exercise equipment. It does have a little like utility room here. There we go. It's just got some shelving. The owner does have some stuff over there. Just basically gives some storage area. But tenant is welcome to use whatever they like there. This is that spare room that's down here. Again, it could have multiple different layers. It's really pretty decent. And then it does have the TV they just left, and it does have surround sound speakers there as well. And then here you've got the 3/4 bath, which has a toilet, vanity, and then a separate shower. So if you do have people visiting, it's kind of cool. And then it's got an area in here that has just got like a furnace utility area. It's got a hot water baseboard boiler, which is what's common here. And they're very expensive. They're about twice as expensive as doing like hot air. So cheaper homes you'll see have hot air typically, but generally nicer homes will have boilers because it allows you to have multiple zones. So you can have rooms and areas that are cooler or hotter depending on you like it. Hot air doesn't really let you do that. And then it does have a heat pump water heater, which is a little more of an upgrade as well. It's cheaper to run, and therefore, I think I'm going to turn this sideways. There we go. It is better for the tenant on their expenses. It does have a dehumidifier, you notice. It's automatic. The owner left it. With basements in our area, we do recommend people use dehumidifiers because it takes moisture out and humidity. And if you don't run one, if you put a bunch of stuff in here, you would end up with mildew on the boxes because that is necessary below grade. If you run that, then there's no issues. Trying to think. I don't think there's anything else. This is a little larger than you typically see on rentals in general, but again, you don't typically see homes of this caliber rented. This is pretty neat that the owner wants to come back eventually. They're actually, out of the country. And so they won't be back for several years. So they would be open to a long-term tenant as well. But we would offer a lease of 6 to 12 months and open to something longer if a tenant needed it. So that completes 46 Frances. If you would be interested, let us know. I guess I will note, because I forgot, I believe, it does have a couple outbuildings too. So one of the things you see in our area is that people have garages and they don't park in them because they've got stuff to do the lawn care. In this case, there's a building down there for pool and hot tub supplies. It also gives a little bit of storage because you don't need that much. And then over on the other side of my truck, there's a garden shed. So there's room for rakes and lawnmower, that kind of thing. Even has a little ramp if somebody was going to do the lawn care themselves. The last tenant did do the lawn care themselves, and they had somebody they paid to do a little bit of snow removal. Some people like to do both themselves. Some people hire somebody to do both. That's pretty common in our area. So, and the owner will pay for the closing of the pool every year if a tenant wants to use it. It's nice to have that done so it's done correctly. Sand Dollar Pool and Spa is the company locally that has done it for the owner and for the tenant. And we have a new new spa cover on order. Should be in, I think, next week. because it's the original. And that is going to be installed by them. They're a really great company, and that's where you can get pool chemicals and stuff if you don't want to get it from like Amazon, which does sell them too. So I think that completes 46 Frances. If you're interested, let us know. Visit our rentbangor.com and do a replication.